This is your 25-minute glute strength and butt lift burnout workout. In 10 seconds, we will start off with our first exercise, which will be a wide to narrow squat. In 3, 2, 1, begin. With this squat variation, you are starting at a narrow stance to bring one leg out to the side. Hinge the hips back as you do so and come down to form a wide squat. You will then push back up with the heel to bring the leg back in to form a narrow squat. Continue squatting from wide squat to the left, to narrow squat, to wide squat to the right, and so on. With any squat variation, you want to make sure you are pushing your hips back as you are squatting down. Keep the core tight as you do so, and always maintain a flat back too. In 5 seconds, we will have our first 15-second rest period. In 5 seconds, we are moving on to a reverse lunge. For this exercise, you can hold the dumbbells up by your shoulders or have them by your side. If you want to target the glutes more, lean in a bit as you lunge back. Also, when it comes to how far you lunge back, it's up to you. The more far apart your legs are from one another, the more challenging it will be to get back up. Your front leg will be working a bit more. Five seconds. And rest. Up next, we have a wide squat to a pivot lunge. For this move, you may just want to hold one dumbbell in front of you as I am. With the feet wide apart, squat down like you would with a normal squat. But as you're coming back up, pivot one of your legs to the side and come down to a lunge. You will just do one lunge before coming back to do another wide squat and then pivoting the other direction. Make sure you're pivoting left to right. So wide squat, pivot to the left, wide squat, pivot to the right, and so on. Five seconds left, and then we will have our first 30-second break. All right, you have completed your first round of your first strength group. We have 2 more rounds of this first strength group. You know what to do now for the next 2 rounds, so if you feel like you can go up in weight, do so. Round 2 begins in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, last round coming up. After this last round of our first strength group, we are heading down to our mat or floor to do our lifting burnout group. But first, let's complete this third round. We have completed the last round of the first strength group. We are now moving on to our first lifting burnout group, which are sort of glute isolated exercises. You don't need any weight for these next 5 exercises. We will be moving at a fast pace, doing 30 seconds work of each exercise with no break in between, and focusing on our left glute for this first lifting group. Our first exercise in our lifting burnout group is an up and over leg lift. For this exercise, you simply will start with your left leg straight across the right leg and lift it up to bring it to the other side, almost like forming a big half circle. For all these moves, make sure to be squeezing the glutes at the top of the motion. You want to make sure that you are feeling it on that left glute. Here, bend the knee, cross it over to the right, and as you bring it to the other side, straighten out the leg to form a high side kick. And then bring it back to a crossover bent leg. And repeat. Up next are leg circles. Keep your leg bent with toe pointing up. Simply make circles in one direction and then reversing the direction once you make a full circle with the leg. Make sure to bring the leg up high as you form those circles. For the crossover fire hydrants, you want the leg bent at like a 90-degree angle with the left foot over the right knee. This forms like an angled / droopy figure 4 fire hydrant. Just bring the leg with control up and down, always staying in this position. Hamstring curls are up in 3, 2, 1. Keep the leg up high at all times for this exercise. Bend the leg in, and as you do, squeeze that leg bicep, then bring it back out. We are almost done. 5 seconds. We finally made it to our first and only long rest break. Take some time here to drink some water and adjust your weight if needed for our next exercise. Make sure to still keep moving throughout this 60-second break. Quick summarization of what is coming up. For the second strength group, we have Romanian deadlifts, curtsy lunges, and a single leg deadlift to side leg raise. So choose your weight accordingly. For the Romanian deadlifts, start at a shoulder width stance. With a slight bend at the knees and pushing the hips back a bit, you want to bring the weights down slow and with control and bring them back up while keeping the back flat. Give the glutes a squeeze at the top. Curtsy lunges are up next. If you are familiar with curtsy lunges, you simply bring one leg back behind you in a diagonal way and come down in a similar way as you would with the regular front and back lunge. Here, we will be alternating legs. Last strength move before completing round 1 of our second strength group is a single leg deadlift to side leg raise. For this first interval, we will be using the right leg for support while the left goes off the floor to form the single leg deadlift and then to a side leg raise. To make it more challenging, as the left leg comes back to meet the right leg, keep the left leg hovering so you can come to a side leg raise immediately. Or, to make it a bit more easy, you can do a staggered deadlift as shown here. Three, 2, 1. Rest for 30 seconds. Again, like last time, you know what to do now, so let's finish this off. Remember, for the second round of single leg deadlift to side leg raise, this time the left leg is doing the support while the right leg is lifted up and to the side. We are in our last single leg deadlift to side leg raise interval. This time, we are starting off with one leg, whichever you want. Then, switching sides at the 23rd to 24th second mark. Switching in 3, 2, 1, switch. We are almost done with our strength exercises. Just keep going. In 3, 2, 1, and we have our last 30-second break. Up next is our lifting burnout group number 2 and our very last group of exercises in this workout. We are doing all the same exercises as the first lifting group, but this time in our other leg, so the right leg, if you did the left leg the first time. 5 seconds. And begin. Keep watching me if you need to refresh your mind on the moves. We're almost there, just 30 seconds more. You can do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are done. Good job. Make sure to do a quick cool down if you are done working out for now. I'll see you next time.